Hello and welcome to Byju's Exam Prep IAS, presenting to you the daily quiz for 11th of February 2022. But before we begin, here is an important announcement. Byju's Exam Prep IAS is conducting an online workshop where a UPSC rank holder will be talking to you about his UPSC journey. So if you would like to know how Bharat Kumar V cracked the UPSC examination, if you would like to know the story of his persistence and perseverance, do register yourself for this workshop. The workshop will be conducted online on the 13th of February at 11 am, that is this Sunday at 11 am. The registration is free and the link to register will be given in the description box. Attend this seminar for exam strategies that could be helpful in your preparation as well. Now let us begin and have a look at the first question for today. It is an internationally significant waterway located in northwestern Turkey. It connects the Black Sea with the Sea of Marmara. The strait being talked about is option A, Bab el Mandeb, option B, Strait of Tartar, option C, Kerch Strait, option D, Bosphorus Strait. What is the context? In the backdrop of Russia-Ukraine crisis, Russia has started preparing for military drills in Belarus. And this article in the Hindu newspaper today that talks about Russia military drills in Belarus has a reference to the Bosphorus Strait. And hence we've taken this question. Pause the video, answer this question before we discuss the answer. Let me know in the comment section how many answers you could get right. The answer to our question here is option D, Bosphorus Strait. Let us see why. Say the Bosphorus Strait, which is also known as the Strait of Istanbul, is a narrow natural strait in northwestern Turkey. And this is the strait that connects the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara. Therefore, it is a very strategic waterway and its length is 32 kilometers north to south. So as we've discussed, the right answer to our question would be option D, Bosphorus Strait. Moving on to question number 2. Which of the given statements is or are correct? Number 1. The One Ocean Summit is organized by UNESCO in cooperation with the World Bank. Number 2. The agenda of the One Ocean Summit is to build international cooperation for anti-piracy. Number 3. The UNESCO is the custodian of unique ocean places through 232 marine biosphere reserves and 50 marine World Heritage Sites of outstanding universal value. What is the context? This article in the PIB today talks about One Ocean Summit, and that is why we've taken this question. Let us understand more about this One Ocean Summit as we discuss the right answer. See, this One Ocean Summit is the first of its kind and is currently being organized by France in cooperation with United Nations and World Bank. Therefore, statement number 1 becomes incorrect. What is the goal of this summit? The goal of the summit is to mobilize the international community to take action towards preserving and supporting healthy and sustainable ocean ecosystems, and its goal is not international cooperation for anti-piracy. Therefore, statement number 2 becomes incorrect. So, on the agenda of this summit is marine ecosystem protection, fighting pollution and to respond to the impacts of climate change, and also advocate improved governance of the oceans. Coming to statement number 3. Statement number 3 is absolutely right. The UNESCO is the UN agency that is in charge of the oceans. That is, it is the custodian of unique ocean places through its 232 marine biosphere reserves and the 50 marine World Heritage Sites of outstanding universal value. So this statement is correct. Here we must also remember that UNESCO's Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission or IOC was founded in the year 1960, and this organization coordinates the global programs such as ocean mapping, ocean health monitoring, tsunami risk prevention, etc. Therefore, the right answer to our question would be option C, 3 only. Now let us take up question number 3. Consider the following statements with respect to Sri Madhvacharya. Number 1, he is the founder of Tattvavada. Number 2, the Bhakti movement vocalist Purandara Dasa was a follower of Madhvacharya's philosophy. Number 3, his name at birth was Ilaya Perumal. Which of the given statements is or are incorrect? Why have we taken this question? There is a reference to Sri Madhvacharya in this PIB article today, and that is why we've taken up this question. Now let us discuss about Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya is one of the trinity of philosophers along with Shankaracharya and Ramanujacharya who influenced Indian thoughts after the ages of the Vedas and Puranas. Madhvacharya propounded the philosophy of Dvaita or dualism. See, Dvaita Vedanta was originally known as Tattvavada, and this Tattvavada is a sub-school in the Vedanta tradition of Hindu philosophy. And this Tattvavada school of Vedantic thought was founded by Madhvacharya, so statement number 1 becomes correct. Coming to statement number 2. You might have heard of Purandaradasa when you read about Carnatic music. He is noted for composing Dasa Sahitya and is a Bhakti movement vocalist. Purandaradasa was a follower of Madhvacharya's Dvaita philosophy, so number 2 is also correct. Coming back to Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya was born in Pajaka near Udupi and was named as Vasudeva at birth and not Ilaya Perumal, so statement number 3 becomes incorrect. Therefore, the right answer to our question would be option B, 3 only, because the question is asking us for incorrect statement. The task for you for today is to let me know which among the philosophers we talked about today was known as Ilaya Perumal. Do let me know in the comment section. Moving on to question number 4. Which of the following statements with respect to the scheme Krishi Udan 2.0 is or are correct? Number 1. This scheme aims to ensure seamless air transportation and associated logistics for agricultural produce from the northeastern states, hilly and tribal regions of the country. Number 2. The scheme was launched by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Number 3. The scheme was announced by the Finance Minister during the Union Budget 2022 and 23. What is the context? This article in the PIB today talks about Krishi Udan 2.0 scheme, and that is why we've taken this question. Now let us know more about this scheme. Krishi Udan 2.0 is a scheme that aims at connecting the farmers that are in the northeastern states, in the hilly areas in India, and the tribal regions of India with regional and international markets at affordable freight rates. Please make a note that not only the northeastern regions of India but also hilly and tribal regions are also covered under this scheme, so statement number 1 becomes correct. Krishi Udan 2.0 proposes to optimize and incentivize transport of agricultural produce by air, right? Now, this scheme is a convergent scheme where 8 ministries and departments are leveraging their existing schemes to strengthen the logistics for transportation of agricultural produce. But the scheme was launched by the Ministry of Civil Aviation and not Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Therefore, statement number 2 becomes incorrect. And this scheme was announced by the Finance Minister during the budget session of 2021 and 22. Therefore, statement number 3 also becomes incorrect. Therefore, the right answer to our question would be option C, 1 only. See, currently 29 states and union territories are covered under this Krishi Udan 2.0 scheme. The main objective of Krishi Udan scheme is to increase the share of air carriage in the modal mix of transportation of agriculture produce. Here, agricultural produce will include horticulture, fishery, livestock, as well as processed products. Now let us take up a previous year question from Prelims paper 2019. Which of the following is not included in the assets of a commercial bank in India? Option A, advances. Option B, deposits. Option C, investments. Option D, money at call and short notice. What are liabilities? Liabilities are items that are obligations for a business. Here, deposits are obligations. Why? Because the bank has to return it back to the customers. Therefore, deposit become a liability of the commercial bank, and option B would be the right answer. While the other items such as loans and advances, investments, money at call and short notice will all be assets for the commercial banks. Now let us take up the fact of the day for today, Deep Ocean Mission. We've taken up this topic for discussion as there is a reference to Deep Ocean Mission in today's PIB article. What is this Deep Ocean Mission? Say, oceans have large unexplored resources, and this Deep Ocean Mission will solely focus on studying and exploring the deep water bodies in our country so that undiscovered minerals, stones, and living and non-living entities can be studied. This Deep Ocean Mission is a central sector scheme. And this scheme proposes to explore the deep oceans similar to how space exploration was started by ISRO about 35 years ago. The estimated cost of this deep ocean mission is rupees 477 crore and will range for a period of 5 years between 2021 and 2026. It is believed that this mission will enable India to develop capabilities to exploit the resources that are in the Central Indian Ocean basin. So, what will be the focus of this mission? Let us discuss the focus and objectives of this mission in detail. Number one, to develop technologies for mining of deep sea resources like polymetallic nodules from the Central Indian Ocean basin. What are these polymetallic nodules? These polymetallic nodules, also known as manganese nodules, are potato-shaped large porous nodules that are found in abundance in deep sea. Objective number two is to design a desalination plant which will be powered by tidal energy. Objective number three is to design and develop a submersible vehicle which can explore the depths of at least 6,000 meters by making use of technologies for underwater vehicle and underwater robotics. Number four is to install deep ocean observations over Indian Ocean. How will this help? It will provide future projections on the trends in the sea level along the Indian coast. It will also help in studying cyclone intensity and frequency, storm surges and wind waves, etc. This deep sea mission also aims at creating inventories and archives of specimens and also create a DNA bank of deep sea fauna in the northern Indian Ocean. The mission also includes plans to bring in new research vessel for Indian Ocean operations. Last but not the least, the mission also plans to integrate the ongoing research in marine biology and marine engineering through the establishment of an advanced marine station for ocean biology. So, this mission has been laid on similar terms as the ISRO performed space research, and this ambitious project will be managed by the Ministry of Earth Sciences. That is all for today. Thank you for being with us. Keep watching and keep learning.